Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Silverstone, an hour and a half away from the start of the 2017 British Grand Prix. And what a lap that was by Lewis Hamilton in front of his home fans yesterday. 1:26.6, over half a second ahead of his nearest rival in the form of Kimi Raikkonen, 7/10 ahead of Sebastian Vettel. You called it in commentary there, Martin Brundle, Damon Hill alongside. Good morning to you. The best lap of the year so far, you said?
Outstanding lap, and you know, he knew he needed to perform this weekend, and he's been in great mood, great form, and his teammate has got a grid penalty, he knows that. He needed to be ahead of the Ferraris to control the race, and I have to say, Lewis delivered. And you know, the track had been wet through part of it as well. That was an astonishing lap.
Another example, though, of Mercedes' exceptional qualifying mode. Yeah, I mean, take nothing away from Lewis Hamilton. They've got something extra, haven't they?
They have. They've got a really beefy engine, and they're able to exploit it around this circuit. It's the kind of track where you've got space to let the car run. I think they're 70% of this circuit, they're flat out. So the acceleration and the peak power and the slipperiness of the car and the downforce all conspire. But let's not take anything away from what Lewis did. He extracted every last millisecond out of that car. It was a fantastic lap.
I'm told that when Ferrari have been analysing qualifying and what the gap was, they purely put it down to Lewis Hamilton, and not that they've got some kind of race performance deficit.
Well, there he is, just in behind. There is Lewis waving to his adoring fans here, because he came in for a little bit of criticism for missing the event in London on Wednesday. But when he arrived here, he was refusing to back down on it. This is how he needs to prepare for the British Grand Prix. He's had a couple of disappointing weeks. It's all about winning today.
It's all about winning. You know, look at his record. As Toto has said, you know, you look at he's beaten Ayrton Senna's pole position records. He's knocking on the door of Michael Schumacher. You know, he could equal Jim Clark's record of 5 Grand Prix victories here at the British Grand Prix.
Yeah, and,
when the record books are shown, they won't show whether or not he turned up to an event in London. And I think that you know, he's made it clear quite a long time ago that he's going to go about it in his own way. And if that's what he's needed to prepare, then he has to be allowed to do that. But you know, the pressure is whether you deliver or not. If you go off and have a party and then you have a bad race, then that's a problem.
Can Ferrari work together today? Should they put themselves in a position to do so? We saw it, didn't we, with Red Bull in Monaco? I think one tried the undercut, one tried the overcut. Can they do something like that to try to you know, avoid Lewis getting that victory?
And will Kimi Raikkonen, who's ahead of the two Ferraris on the grid, play the game? Because he lost the Monaco Grand Prix. He's had to play a supporting role last weekend in Austria. They kept him out forever to hold up Bottas if he got half a chance. So, you know, also during the week, he's been called a laggard by the supreme leader of the Ferrari team. It's as a Formula 1 driver, laggard would be right up there with words you wouldn't want to be called.
I got called out of school, I'm sure I did.
But so, you know, Kimi's now driving for his seat next year. That's absolutely clear. That's what the boss has said. He needs to pick his game up, and so Seb will be getting pretty punchy. And I think that's why Vettel was so angry when he found out he was third on the grid behind his teammate yesterday.
The laggard.
Say if you get in the dictionary out, I think it means slow to catch up. Is that right, laggard?
Yeah,
well, he's caught up this weekend.
Okay, well, he has.
Yes,
he has indeed.
I
Only
did
the third time. Actually, he's out-qualified his teammate this year. It is the quickest lap since 1990. Nigel Mansell in his Ferrari around Silverstone. In that,
putting on new tyres will gain you a lot of track space earlier than other drivers. Others might get sort of sucked into a two-stopper, if you like, if somebody stops quite early. So I think Bottas has just got to keep his head and believe in his strategy.
It's going to be...
Kimi, you've out-qualified your teammate for just the third time this year. You'll be starting from second, and you must be pretty confident in the race trim of this Ferrari.
Well, we will see very soon, don't we? So obviously it's been... We would expect to be better, but it's not going to be easy, that's for sure. So, you know, we have to do good race and hopefully then be fast enough for a win.
Enjoy your lap in front of the fans.
Thank you.
Hi Max, so you're going to be starting from fourth today. You made no secret of wanting more balance and grip with the car, but how confident are you ahead of the race?
Well, I think you always have to be confident, but yeah, we are normally a bit too slow. But you never know. I mean, it's still very cloudy, and hopefully a little bit of rain comes. That will be really nice.
That would mix things up very nicely for you, wouldn't it? I guess you just want to see the checkered flag. It's been a tough run of luck for you of late.
We stopped talking about that.
Oh, Oh, that's it, that's it. Okay. Listen, you've got all the luck in the world. You don't need it, though. It's going to be a great race, a great day in front of great fans.
Exactly. That's why I hope we can give the fans a good race.
Enjoy.
Yeah, thank you.
Lewis Hamilton, I don't think you or anybody here needs reminding that you're starting today's British Grand Prix from pole position, your 5th pole here at Silverstone. How much have you been looking forward to today?
Super excited. How are you guys doing? You good? I'm so excited. I hope that I can, we've got such a great turnout as we do every year here. And guys, I just want them all to know how much I love them, appreciate them, the positive energy they send. I hope that reflects today on the track.
It's one of your busiest race weekends, the busiest race weekend for you, but how important is it to get close to them and see them and spend some time with them over the weekend?
It's amazing because you get to see people from all walks of life and so much energy and excitement. It carries over, and that's, I guess that's where all that time came from yesterday.
Exactly. I was going to talk about that on track later. You were so ahead, a monster gap yesterday in qualifying. Can you translate that into your 5th win here at Silverstone? More importantly, your 4th consecutive win.
I can. I'm going to be, there's lots of things that can come in the way of seeing the race, but I'm going to give it everything I've got, as I do every year. And as I said, look, the turnout is great. I know you guys want the win just as much as I do.
We'll go and see them. I know they want to see you. We're going to get some T-shirts and some caps out there. The Silverstone crowd going wild for our pole sitter today, Lewis Hamilton.
Rosanna Tennant asking the questions, and of course the first man since Damon Hill in the mid-90s to get 3 poles at the British Grand Prix, and out there distributing some of his caps. He's an inspiration. And talking of inspirations, alongside me now is a man...
4th is going to be tough. It's definitely going to be the toughest year. But I feel like I've prepared the best way I can, and I really hope I can do it for the fans. One thing for sure is they will hopefully always know that I'm going to give it everything and more.